To start that out laps, and I'm just gonna turn down my volume a bit because it's a bit loud. But here we are, waiting for the drivers to start their out laps, see who's got what pace. As that's Persian King, look in the Renault, seems to be the first driver out onto the grid, onto track even, and Ferrari following him as you now hear the engines starting to rev as we wait for the drivers to come out. Persian King on his outlet. Soft tyres, soft mediums is the strategy here if you don't have any wet weather interfering. But Passy is chosen the medium tyre, Dixana on the hards, and Kyton also on the hard tyre. They're the only hard runners out on track at the moment, so could see a different strategy option from them too. Possibly starting the mediums, opting to go longer into the race. So now Persian King comes around the final corner to start his hot lap into the first of 3 DRS zones here to turn 1. Sometimes use that curve quite a bit. You want to take a nice chunk of that curve, and then in the second DRS zone all the way this long straight, good overtaking opportunity into this turn here. As now breakdown, careful not to lose the car and exit, careful on the throttle into the third and final DRS zone. As now going to this bit of a hairpin, breaking down again, another good overtaking opportunity. You now get to the more twisty bit of the circuit, very high speed. Want to try and carry as much speed through here as you can. Don't want to go onto too wide onto the gravel or round out your lap. Then again, attack the curve on the exit. Down there under the Fanatec zone. Then into the penultimate corner, very high speed. Want to keep the speed going through and into the final corner. Don't clip that curve too much, it could send you out spinning. And then that's a very short lap of the Red Bull Ring. Persian King takes provisional pole as no one else has set a lap time yet. But we now wait. Oh, that's Percy, who's had a little bit of a spin on the penultimate corner. His front wing looks okay, so it looks like he's going to be continuing his lap. No one else set a time yet, as Streeter looks like he's coming round down the final corner. He's got Nixana in front of him. See whether hard times for Nixana. Nixana invalidate, but Streeter goes P2 behind Persian King. We now get Azia in P3. Still waiting on quite a few of the grid. Jev goes now takes P3 away from Azia in the Haas car. Quite close between him and Streeter, less than a tenth. It's just quite a short track, so you usually get the grid quite close around here. Now the Red Bull seem to be employing a tow tactic, which could help Lando's Milkman try and take pole position away, from which is occupied currently by Blank, who just sets the fastest lap of this session so far, 105.078. So now starting to get the lap times rolling in. There's Milkman coming up to the line. Next to set a lap time. The final leg clicks very nicely on the DRS, and that puts him P3. Not a bad lap time. 2/10 off pole. You can try and find that 2/10, see where it puts you. There's quite a few people now coming into the pits. That's Mercedes of think you can pronounce it. He's going slowly, letting other cars by. Almost out half the grid, still yet to set a lap time. The seat on a 1:13, not a very competitive lap time. Probably going to be trying it again, which he looks like he's doing now. That puts him P6 on the medium tyres, not too bad for the medium runner. Now key sets 107.046. So we now have a yellow flag in sector 3. I think that was someone letting someone else by. Oh, as Cameroon's had a bit of a spin as he resets to the track. Warm tyres as he goes again. No, that's going to be a change of front wing. Really difficult to keep control of the car once your tyres are very hot after your first spin. Got to take it very easy for a few corners. Now, Evo on his lap goes quite wide, very wide again. Yep, he's invalidated, so that's not going to be a lap time set for Evo. Now Carusa in the Alfa Romeo. Two Alfa Romeo drivers running no assists. Get a good final corner. Hope for a good exit onto the straight. Open the DRS mode 4, that's going to put him P6. Very respectful ahead of Cacique on the medium tyres. He's on the softs. So just going to wait now for the other drivers to set a lap. So quite a few still in the pits. Only Nixana and Etanivo, who are out on track, have yet to set a lap. So Nixana still keeping on the harder compound tyre. Oh yeah, obviously have 3 compound tyres, soft, medium and hard for the weekend. Doesn't look to be on a lap, got 0 ERS, but Evo comes in as we have a couple more lap times coming in. So Ollie Pop on his first fast lap onto the straight with the DRS wide open in the McLaren. He's on the soft tyres. Could he challenge the top half of the grid? As, now looks like everyone in the top who set a lap time has now got the soft tyres fitted. So they'll be looking to for a quick final lap. Ollie now comes to the sector 2, starting of sector 3 now. Losing a tiny little bit on the exit of that corner. Now, penultimate corner, and then the final corner. Oh, takes a big chunk of the curb, and that's probably invalidated his lap. Yep, he's gone down to 0 ERS, so he's not going to get a lap this time. We have another slow car in sector 3. Now, Titan. I thought it was in a hot lap, but he's just slowed down. Looks like he's warming up for a lap. But now, see, Khaldun looks to be on his first lap. First valid lap. Mode 4 down the straight. Mode 4 could be the most top speed of any ERS mode down to 0. I'm going to try and get decent traction out of this corner again. Oh, as Tiger Racing is left the session. Let's hope he can get back in. But Khaldun, oh, as now Lando's Milkman sets first man into the 104s, 104.8, 2/10 faster than Persian King in P2. Was blank very close behind in P3, just 8 thousandths behind Persian King. So on board of Cameroon here, coming to the end of his lap. Got his teammate in front, not going to cause him any harm. He's cleared the final corner well. This is not going to be invalidated as he goes P5 behind Little Bear. So that's a decent lap from him. Now, waiting for only 4 drivers now yet to set a lap. But we'll have a look at who's just done his lap. Looks like everyone's either on cooldown laps at the moment, which is it's like Asia could be coming to the end of his lap in mode 5. What's it going to be? It's going to be enough P9, 105.775 on his softest tyre. Everyone has the soft tyres fitted. So now it looks like Ollie is on his fast lap yet again. After validating the last one. Oh, that's a Ferrari off. Oh, when he's dipped a time to the gravel, that's not going to do his time any good. Now around final corner and final corner, where's it going to put him? Hasn't validated this time. DRS wide open. That's going to be P11. That'll give him free tyre choice for the race if he remains there. But now, so Jeb just started his lap, going into turn 1. Oh, a little bit of a kick out, possibly by the looks of it. Now, second DRS zone, DRS wide open. Now braking hard, bit of a hairpin. Got to be careful on the throttle here. Now DRS wide open yet again. As Jeb now. How to keep it nice and tidy. Don't want to be too hard on the throttle. That'll lose you quite a bit of time. As I've just been told, this is an into start for the Austrian Grand Prix, so everyone should be starting their race or doing their hot laps on the soft tyre in order to give you the best possible position. So it's going to be a very mixed race. Wet earner could always throw up different challenges. Now Jeb goes P5, 105.275. Again, top time starting to get quite close, but on a track as short as this is what you'd expect. So I'm being told that it's going to be a light rain to dry to light rain race for the Grand Prix here. It's like people are starting to go out for their final lap time. You see Cameroon just exiting the pit. Now Ryan Kalusa is on his hot lap, going down into the hairpin. Now it's the third DRS zone. This is one of the, again, best opportunities for overtaking. You can see also quite a lot of collisions. Drivers wanting to push each other off because you can be quite hard on the track limits here. Now into the second sector and then across into the third. Not many corners around this Red Bull ring. Shortest track on the Formula 1 calendar. Oh, as he goes wide. Oh, no, that was just a bit of lag, but as he goes, doesn't look like he improved. As Tiger Racing has rejoined us. As now, look, Cameroon down his lap. Mode 5, all the way. So let's turn here. Again, mode 5. If you use mode 4, it's going to use up quite a bit of his ERS, or get a little bit of a turn, or possibly some traffic from Kalusa ahead. So like having a couple of connection issues. I do apologise for any connection issues I'm currently experiencing, but Now he comes into the last section of the lap, final corner. Where's this lap going to put him as Pursuit? This puts him P3. Pursuit goes P1 with a 104.7. Starting to get quite close up the clock. More and more people getting into the 104s. Now, have a look. Who's on the lap? Who isn't? Streeter on his lap. Into hairpin. Looks like he's put. Oh, that's a Mercedes going backwards. That's backwards. Very difficult with the power on the exit of turn 3 because it's quite a bit of camber elevation change on the exit. Now, Tiger Racing, only person yet to set a lap in this session. You know, have this as a one-shot qualifying. It's only one and only chance to set a lap time this session. We have a yellow flag. It's Minho again. Struggling with me. Exactly is. Oh, that's turn 7. Just step there, not doing anything. But now Cabadoon retires from the session. Looks like he's happy with his lap. Now Persian King coming to the end of his outlap. Now Pasik retires as well. He's happy with his lap there as well. Now we see who's got what. Little Bear goes P2. Like he's going to remain there unless he has enough ERS, which he doesn't seem to be using his DRS, so that's at maximum where he's going to be. Looks like Red Bull again, maybe trying out the toe tactic. Landis Milkman sets purple sector 1, as you can see on the track map, or sector 2 I should say. Now, final few corners. Is this going to be pole position for the Red Bull? DRS wide open. DRS has run out. This is going to put him not pole position. He did not improve by the looks of it. But now qualifying is over. Blank has decided he's not going to improve. Lixana, is he going to improve? Yeah, he's got a bit of dirty air from the McLaren ahead of him. Looks like Ollie. Again, final corner. DRS open. Tiny bit of a slipstream, and Lixana now takes pole position, or provisional pole. Now DRS. Jeb doesn't seem to be continuing with his lap. Now got Kalusa. He's DRS wide open. Is this going to put him P8? Then I think that's everyone who has now finished their lap time. Jeb coming into the pits. He's going to be starting in P9. Now, this looks to be the final grid for the Austrian Grand Prix. Wait for Lando's Milkman and Jab to pit in, and then we will come up with the final result. So, there we go. As it's Lixana who takes pole position for the Austrian Grand Prix. And behind him we have Pessi in the Ferrari. Persian King, Little Bear and Nando's Milkman are your top 5. Then from the top 5 we have Cabadoon, Blank, Kalusa, and Jeb. And then Streeter, who are then your top 10. Then outside of the top 10 we have Etanivo, Asia, Kyton, Olipop, Key, Tiger Racing, and then Reinho rounds out the grid for the Austrian Grand Prix, not Australia. But now wait for the drivers to advance into the race session. It's going to be a wet start, so we could throw up some interesting things. There's the rain coming down. Gonna be a bit of a wet start here. As we wait for the drivers to make some last minute adjustments to their strategy, change the fuel load, see what they want to do before the start of the race. It's their last chance to change anything. They have 10 seconds left before we start the formation lap. Now waiting. Wet races can throw up anything. Usually spice it up. So we're now starting the formation lap. Nixana leads them away. Everyone starting on the intermediate tyre. Gonna be wet to dry to wet again. It's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna pit first, who's gonna put on the dry tyres, who's gonna put on the inter tyres, how far into the race, any safety cars. It's gonna be a big reliant on strategy as just kicking the tail out of the car out on the formation lap, trying to get the tyres warm. Now wait for everyone. Two Alfa Romeo drivers, Kalusa and Tiger Racing, could struggle a bit here. They're the only ones who run absolutely no assists. And driving the wet with no assists is a very difficult task. That's Asia letting everyone by for some reason. Now Nixana coming through turn 8. AI is going to take control now. And we now wait for the drivers to form up onto the grid. To see whose wet weather skill is better than whose. It's going to be very interesting to see who will get the better start. Very difficult to start in the wet conditions, as we have a couple of people reset on the track. Now forming up. Asia will be the last one to take his spot on the grid. Now waiting everyone just to line up. Drivers getting a very nervous feeling they don't want to muck up the start. This could be the end of the race. Now waiting for the drivers. The lights, which are not coming on. So still waiting for lights, which have not yet come on still. So it may have a little bit of an issue. Oh, here they are now. Lights have come on. Got 5 lights. Oh, as Tiger Racing jumps the start, but we are underway for the Austrian Grand Prix. Nixana still leads into turn 1. And a couple of overtakes. That's one of the racing points going wide. As now they all head through into turn 2 and then turn 3. Turn 2, that little kink which isn't even a turn. Everyone looking to get past. Fine so far. We have a little bit of argy-bargy between the 2 Renaults and Nando's Milkman. But to me, his key has dropped quite a bit. It looks to me as that. Oh, that's Minho with a bit of damage on his front wing. He's going to have to come into pits. But now, oh, that's Haas in the gravel. That's Jeb, I think it is, who has taken a trip into the gravel. Now, Evo trying to make a move on Asia, not quite doing it, as that's now Persian King has got him past Lando's Milkman. The gap's still quite close. It's now Lando's Milkman trying to come back, doesn't quite manage to do it. But oh, that's Blank with a bit of a tail kick out as well. Evo still trying to get past Asia. But now everyone has completed the first lap. We have no DNFers. Vinho coming into the pits with his damaged front wing. He's gonna have a long race ahead of him. Now Alexander has just to rub salt into the wound. Gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But it's like the majority of the drivers have gotten through lap 1 safely. Not much damage. There's a bit of argy-bargy between Asia and Kyton. No. Oh, looks like a touch from Asia on Kyton. Kyton's got into the gravel. It's not going to be good for him, but he was looking from Persian King now, got him past Pasik. Oh, as Blank's had an issue. Oh, Blank spun. Every time I change away from someone, something seems to be happening. Now, Blank's dropped to the bottom of this pack. Oh, that's Kalusa and Jeb now both out of the session with a virtual safety car. It looks like Kalusa just spanned, and then, unfortunately for Jeb, wrong place, wrong time, goes into Kalusa. Didn't get a very good view of it. But now, after the start, this could be a bit of a reset. Tiger Racing now into the pits. He could have front wing damage by the looks of it. I think he does. So we're now back under racing. Nixana, trouble-free start, built a decent gap to Persian King behind. Lando's Milkman still within a second. He also got past Pasik. Now Cameroon and Little Bear, G6 and G7, or 5 and 6, sorry. And, oh, something's happened to Asia. Asia's had a spin. Oh, was lucky ghosted there. Kyton, sorry, drives right through him. But a couple of instances here than there. Now, Cameroon and Little Bear, sorry, Little Bear and Pasik are the closest gap on track. There's no, ignore me, because Blankers and Key are having a bit of a battle. Lando's Milkman now sets the fastest lap of the race, as now Little Bear gets past Pasik. Pasik seems to be struggling a bit in these opening few laps. He might not be as well adjusted to these weather conditions as some others possibly. Now, gap's starting to open a bit. Captain, could he have moved on his teammate? See, we'll have to wait and see. Now, we're waiting to see what moves are done. Gaps opening up a bit. Lando's Milkman keeping good Persian King. Very difficult to keep the car under control in these wet conditions. So now we see. Now, Cameroon, big tank slapper for Cameroon on the exit. He's going to be under pressure from Evo, as Evo does manage to get past Pasik. So now Nixana sets the fastest lap of the race. Could Cameroon possibly get back at Nixana's now? Streeter has pit in, and he also gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But Cameroon still within a second of actually, but I think the rain has stopped, so we could be looking at a dry tyres very, very soon. As yet, now DRS is enabled. This could see some drivers, or basically, once DRS is enabled, you have to be putting in for the dry tyres, which is going to be bad news for Streeter as he's just got on a fresh set of intermediate tyres. But this is where we'll see who's got what in this transitional period. Track's still a bit damp, and now Cabadoon's left the session, so if he can get back in time. But now Little Bear decides to stay out. So does Persian King, interestingly, and Nixana. Usually you just want to put in as soon as DRS is enabled, but could this possibly see a poor decision from then? As we get a lot of the pit coming in, mix of mediums and soft tyres, and those Milkman, he can have a very good shot of getting the lead here if he has a very good outlap. Big mix of soft and medium tyre. We are going to have rain at the end of the race again. It's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. So we have a yellow flag in sector 2. Cabadoon now back in his car on the back of Kyton. Now DRS is enabled, he'll be able to use DRS as he does not choose to use DRS, interestingly. But he does. Still a little bit wide on the exit of turn 4. But now Nixana has pit. Lando's Milkman. Little Bear staying out again. This is probably the wrong decision. Track's bone dry now. But you have to see where Lando Milkman comes out in relation to Nixana and Persian King. Oh, looks like he's going to have Persian King. But is he going to be able to get past Nixana? He's going to be very close right on the exit. He does get past Nixana. Nixana will have to try and come back on the next DRS straight. He's within a second. He will have DRS. Got the slipstream as well. Will he get past Lando's Milkman? It's a bit too far back. Mode 4. Used up quite a bit of his ERS already. And he does not. It's not close enough to Lando's Milkman to make a move here. But that could be an error to keep an eye on as now Streeter gets 3 seconds for multiple warnings. It's on a very close to Lando's Milkman. It's going to be interesting to see if he makes a move, when he makes a move. Now, he's still within the slipstream of Lando's Milkman. He's going to get DRS yet again. Now Little Bear pits, but this is the battle we're going to keep an eye on, the battle for the lead. Lando's Milkman sets the fastest lap of the race. Nixana still keeping up. Oh, very close. Does miss the apex a bit, goes wide. But he could be with a shot of taking Lando's Milkman very close to DRS, very effective here in mode 4. Lando's Milkman defends side to the inside now, they're side by side. Down into turn 3. Nixana forces Lando's Milkman off the track. Steals a DRS with it. He's going to be pulling away from Lando's Milkman on the straight. Is he going to be able to keep Lando's Milkman behind there? Will Lando's Milkman be able to keep up? So now into turn 6. It's a tiny real straight, then into turn 7. So I think that with the dry tyres going to be feeling much more grippy. The technical is a lot more battling. As the Seek is also within DRS of Persian King. But the battle for the lead, Nixana now sets fastest lap of the race. Battle for the lead is the closest battle we have on track. To see now, does get DRS. Looks a bit too far back to make the move here, but Could he be close enough in this second or third even DRS zone? Does look closer. I don't think he's going to get the pull he needs to make an overtake. We have a yellow flag in sector 3. Who is that? It's Vinho, who's just had to stop on the straight for some reason. I think that's a bit of debris in the grass, so possibly had a bit of an accident. But now, he looked slightly further down the grid, as Vinho has now retired from the session, but Tiger Racing on the back of Key. Could he be making a move for P13? Currently last of the running cars. DRS open. Now, down to 3 around the outside. Is he going to get the cut back? Yes, there's Key goes wide on the exit of turn 3, so that's given Tiger Racing the position. Now we look again up to the front of the grid. This is where the closest battle on track is. Lando's Milkman still with the DRS of Nick Sada, saving ERS. Nick Sada's still very low on ERS. He has no DRS to help him save ERS. Lando's Milkman does. He's on a healthy 84%. Nick Sada only on 20%. He won't be able to attack if he needs it later. Again, second closest battle. Praseek and Persian King. Persian King on the softer compounded tyre. He will be grippy up, but has a shorter lifespan than Praseek's mediums. Slightly less grippy, but much longer lifespan than the softs. Could be in the DRS again here. Still too far back to make a move. Closing up to about 5/10. Oh, as Persian King goes wide, this could be a bit of an opportunity for Praseek. As now Little Bear, who stayed out very long on the intermediate tyres, has set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix about this. Praseek could have an opportunity here, closes up quite a bit on Persian King. But Persian King on the exit still pulls out a decent gap to Praseek. Won't be able to quite make the move here. Again, just everything staying still, no position changes so far. There's a Little Bear, fastest person on track at the moment, set the fastest lap last lap. 107.1. And Nick Sada now gets a 3-second time penalty. That could be a bit detrimental to his race later if Lando's Milkman is able to keep it clean. Now Lando's Milkman quite close to the exit of turn 1. If he stays close, he could have an opportunity into turn 4. But still doesn't attack the curb as much as Nick Sada does, but he is much closer than he is last lap. Oh, as Praseek and Persian King, they're having a bit of a battle for the final podium spot. As again doesn't decide to give me a good camera view. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there actually. As Persian King remains ahead of Praseek. Well, yeah, Kyton getting past someone. Not absolutely sure as Camden decides to pit, but Praseek could have another look at Persian King here. Very close. And the closing, the Lando's Milkman also quite close to Nick Sada. But now, Praseek could have another go here, gaining in the DRS, gaining. Is he going to make a move into turn 1? No, decides to back out of it. In a good position though, to make a move into turn 3. DRS open. Again, gaining and gaining. Is he going to make him down? Chooses to go around the outside. Doesn't quite get past Persian King, but this could give an opportunity into turn 4. These DRS zones. Best chance of overtaking within 2/10. Is he going to make a move? Yes. Is he going to be able to stop the cutback? Persian King on the softer tyres could get better traction out of the corner. No, doesn't manage to keep it. Although tries to look for a gap into turn 6, then into turn 7, not quite being able to make the move, but we look back up to the front of the grid. Lando's bit was very close to Nixada. Could he be making a move this lap? Nixada wide on the exit. Lando's bit was now in the DRS. 2.5 tenths separate them. Lando's bit would take more curb on the entry, get the better run into the corner. 3 tenths between them for this. Nixada, mode 3, Lando's bit still mode 2 doesn't want to be making the move quite yet. He's quite happy where he is, saving the ERS. Now the sun starts to come out. Now, doesn't look to be making the move, but as we look now to Persian King and Pasik, they're quite close. Persian King could be taking the position back here. He's going to dive down the inside, does look for a little bit of a move. Pasik leaves the door open, as now he is able to take the position off Persian King. I mean, other way around, sorry. But, oh, that's a key. He's made a mistake just before turn 7. But again, Pasik and Persian King switching places all the time. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top at the end of the race. Pasik is in the DRS again, could take the position back, gaining, not quite, and now Littleberg gets a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Now DRS wide open, very close here, could be sensing a move, and does go easy as you like before the break is over. That's going to give Persian King the DRS on the exit here. Oh, a little bit slide in the exit, not going to give them the best opportunity to overtake Pasik into the turn 4. See, these two swapping position each lap. Very, very good battle. Look again to the top. Lando's Milkman. Still within the ERS of Nixada. Still saving ERS. Nixada also saving a bit more ERS. Got 20% more ERS last time we checked. But this seems to be the battle at the moment. Battle for the final podium position. Persian King and Pasik. Persian King having the advantage of softer tyres. Pasik having the advantage of longer lasting tyres though, as Lando's Milkman now gets a 3-second time penalty. Matches Nixada's 3-second time penalty. There we go. This could be another opportunity. Oh, that's Lando's Milkman and Nixada having a bit of a battle. Just missed the start of that, but now it looks like Lando's Milkman has gone past Nixada, but Nixada with the DRS, could he be going back around the outside? Oh, they're side by side down into turn 4. Lando's Milkman gets the inside line, but Nixada manages to get around the outside. So, oh, looks like Lando's Milkman edges just out, but Nixada tries to go down the inside, and Lando's Milkman has taken the position away from Nixada. Lando's Milkman is the new race leader. Could Nixada be fighting back for P1? A bit of a gap. He's quite low on ERS. Could be just using Lando's Milkman to save a bit of ERS. Now we look back down at the final podium position. The Seek could be getting P3 back once again. So the lap older tyres than Persian King, but they're longer lasting. Very close on the exit. Turn 1, is he going to make a move into turn 3, round the outside? Does it before turn 3? Is able to get past the Renault. Will the Renault be able to fight back with the DRS into turn 4? Does look a bit too far back to make a move. We now have a sector 2, but it's harder. Still very close to Lando's Milkman. Coming up to a bit of traffic. It's harder. Still a very good opportunity to win this race. Ooh, a bit sliding on the exit of turn 9. doesn't give him the best entry to turn 10. That's dropped him really far back from Lando's Milkman. They have to push to get back up to the back of Lando's Milkman. But, oh, it looks like Persian King's made a bit of a mistake. He's now dropped back from Pasik. So he's also going to be trying to push to the back of Pasik again, but he no longer has the help of DRS. So in this track, you really need the DRS to stay with your opponent ahead. So then this makes the battle for the lead the closest battle on track. Have to see who comes out on top, out of Nick Sarda and out of Lando's Milkman. Gap is half a second. Nick Sarda managed to close that gap in somewhat. Looks like Blank is also on the back of Tiger Racing. He could be making an opportunity on Tiger Racing. He actually sets the fastest lap of the race down the inside on Tiger Racing into turn 1. Tiger Racing goes a bit wide, but looks like he's got it done. Has the DRS as well. Tiger Racing could fight back. Oh, that looks like we have a Mercedes Streeter going slow on the exit of turn 3. He must have had a bit of an accident. But now Tiger Racing has the DRS. Doesn't quite look like Blank. He'll be able to fight Blank on his much fresher soft tyres. As now Kyton decides to pit, and now Zada gets very close to Lando's Milkman. Could be looking for an opportunity to get his P1 back. Interested to see who gets best run. Oh, it's a bit wide for Lando's Milkman there. Could give Dixana the opportunity. Dixana with 2/10. Do get quite a bit of dirty air here, but it does give you quite a good opportunity. Drops back a bit to the penultimate corner. In the final corner, we'll have DRS try and close up, and that's the gap dropped down to 6/10. As Kaito now gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. It's harder, quite hot into turn 1. Take a bit of extra curve on the exit. Still doesn't look like he's going to be able to make a move, as Persian King decides to pit for the medium tyres. He's going on the mediums, so it look like there'll be any rain for the rest of this race. So he could be possibly trying to undercut Seek if he decides to go on the soft tyres towards the end of the race. But Nick Sarda still not getting past Lando's Milkman. So now you see everyone's in a bit of no man's land at the moment. Quite large gaps all round. Sarda now gets his second 3-second time penalty. That won't be good. Look at the state of those tyres. They look like they're starting to get a bit worn. So we could be seeing these guys fitting in quite soon, possibly for medium tyres. Uh, 15 laps on the soft tyres. That's quite a long distance on them. So now Nick Sarda within 5/10 of Lando's Milkman. It says the 6/10. He's not getting the exit off the first corner he's dropping back, which isn't giving him the opportunity he wants to take first position. He's pushing, he's in mode 4. Azia now gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh, he closed up massively in the braking zone, almost going into the back of Lando's Milkman. Oh, it looks for an opportunity side by side. Oh, it's oh so close between them. Don't want to put your nose in there too much. Could have a bit of a collision, which none of these guys want. But Nixana gets very close in the second sector, but just loses it. Oh, he decides to hit for medium tyres, I'm assuming. This could give him an undercut opportunity. As now, look further down, Cameroon is on the back of Ollie. He can have an opportunity to double his points score so far. As on fresher medium tyres, that's pretty easy. Goes a bit wide on exit though. This could give Ollie the opportunity to re-overtake him. Not quite. Now Cabadoon up into P9. But as yet, now pits for Red Bull. We'll have to see what Lando's Milkman does. Let's have to see whether he pits to cover off Nectar's undercut. Nectar going on softs again, so he is expecting some rain towards the end of the race. Oh, Blank gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not what he wants. Lando's Milkman looks to be coming into the pits. Is coming into the pits. We have to see what tyre he puts on. Is it going to be the mediums? Is it going to be the soft? Dixana puts on the soft tyre. But what does Lando's Milkman put on? This gives Pasik the lead of the race. This could be possibly a strategy masterstroke from Pasik on the medium tyres. If he could. Oh, that probably wasn't part of his Palam. A 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. But if the rain does come, as Nixana has overcut, Lando's Milkman cut by quite a fair chunk as well. So Lando's Milkman gonna have to push. 5 seconds is the gap between him. But Pasik, if the rain comes soon enough, he won't need to make an extra pit stop. So this could give him the opportunity to remain as a race-winning contender. But again, gaps are slightly bigger. No one's that close as Little Bear tries to overtake the lap car. Oh, I think that is key. Still waiting to see if this rain will come or if it will not. Not very many close battles on the track as Etenevo gets his 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Got quite a large gap behind and in front. No one really challenging each other. Nothing, no battles that close. Everyone's at least a second away from the other car. But it's turned out to be a decent battle for P1 so far. Between it was Dixana and Lando's Milkman having a good battle for P1, but Lando's Dixana was the first driver to blink and pit to put on the soft tyres. That turns out to be a pretty good strategy call as he now has a 5-second lead over Lando's Milkman. But Pasik is yet to pit. Has the oldest tyres on track. Could he be going to the next rain window and skipping out on a pit stop and just putting into straight on? Gonna have to wait and see. Lower down the field, Azure and fresh soft tyres. Little Bear, Tenevo, fresh soft tyres. Have quite a wide range of tyre lives out on track. Arnie, Tiger Racing, Nation Endurance driver. Endurance is a very different beast to Formula cars though, as he hasn't had the best opportunity he's wanted so far. Cabadoon also on, not also on, but also on some mediums. As you're ahead of him on fresh softs. Let's see, Blank is the person who holds the fastest lap of the race so far. He's currently behind Cabadoon as now Ollie picks up a 3-second time penalty in the McLaren. He's just been lapped by one of the Renaults. We're still waiting to see what battles emerge. Looks to have gotten a lot more overcast as now Q decides to come into the pits. It'll be interesting to see what tyre he puts on. But it seems to get a lot more overcast. Could this rain be coming? Can only wait and see. As he puts on the soft tyre, that could take him to the end. And a bit of wing damage, that's why he had to pin in. Now, we go back up to the front. Nick Zana really gaining on Pasiek here on his fresher soft tyres compared to Pasiek's 20 lap or 21 now lap old medium tyres. They're going to be quite a bit of pain at the moment. Cabernet, interestingly, gaining on Azure, who's on 10 lap fresher tyres, as now Lango's Milkman gets his second 3-second time penalty. That puts him equal with Dictana yet again. Could bring an interesting result to the end of the race. But Cabernet getting a decent amount on Azure. Could he be within the 1 second at the end of this lap? Getting very close. And he is within the 1 second, so he will get DRS after turn 1. Sees counter for the DRS. Now gets it wide open. Could make a move on Azia here. Azia also getting on Kyton, as Alexander now gets his third 3-second time penalty. Total 9 seconds. And this bit was only on 6. Dude, DRS not close enough to Azia, but Azia also getting on Kyton. He could be in the DRS of Kyton at the end of this lap. So we could have a bit of a battle. P7 here. Actually, there's a nice buffer to Etanivo. But, oh, Cabernet gets very close to Azia. Could he be going for a move? Not quite. Oh, as now Cabernet has spun. Unfortunately for him, he's going to reset. And I think what I can see is some raindrops. Blank's going to get the opportunity to overtake Cabernet. But that is some raindrops, so we're starting to go back into the intermediate phase of the race. Who's going to put on the intermediate tyres first? Could this be a strategy masterstroke for Pasiek? He has not yet pit to remove those 23 now lap old mediums. Got a decent gap to Nixana, 7 seconds, as now the track will start to become a lot slippier. We have to see what happens. Now starting to come down quite hard. Starting to make the track a lot slippier, a lot harder to drive for drivers. Careful not to side the car out. Look, top of the grid, Ixada still hunting down Pasiek. Pasiek looks to possibly have a decent strategy under his belt. That looks like one of the Ferraris. That's Cabernet yet again in the wars. He's had a bit of a spin. That's put him under pressure from Tiger Racing. And Tiger Racing looks like he's pitting. Or when he does get past Cabernet, Cabernet looks like he has wing damage. Yes, he does. So, Tiger Racing, first driver to pit in. I'm guessing for intermediates. Track is getting quite wet now. So, Cabernet also going for the intermediate tyres. I see. As yes, that is the intermediate tyres on Tiger Racing, but so also Persian King coming into the pits. DRS has been disabled. It is now time for the intermediate tyres. Persian King first in the top 5 to blink and put on the intermediate tyres. At Pasiek, Nando's Milkman and Nixana still at the start of the track. Very wet. You can see the texture of the track has changed to show it is a bit wet. Drivers going to be able to be very careful. Nando's Milkman struggling. Oh, gets a massive kick out from the back there. Going to be very difficult to keep the car under you. Nixana also struggling. These wet tyres. This is definitely time for intermediate tyres now. who's going to come out on top? I think Pasik has a very good opportunity at winning this race now. His strategy master stroke, staying out on medium tyres, could have helped him win this race, but also had to look after Persian King. Where will he come out in the relation of the top three? He pitted early. Oh, that's looked like McLaren on the grass. That is Ollie, who's still on his soft tyres. But will Persian King come out in relation to Anders Miltman? As Pasik exits the pits in P1, Ixana coming out P2, Lando's Miltman, and then Persian King. Persian King could have a chance to close up on Lando's Miltman here. So it is warmer tyres. He's had a lap to warm them up. Lando's Miltman, brand new. But now at an Evo, and Ollie, last two people to pit for the intermediate tyre. Evo still has a decent gap to Kyton. But will Kyton be able to jump Evo in the pit stop? Or Evo also getting a wing change, so it looks like Kyton could get past him here. As he does, Kyton up into P6. Evo gonna have to chase him down with that fresh wing. Gap is 3 seconds between them. But now Tiger Racing and Streeter had a bit of a switch as they're both being lapped by the leader Pasik. Pasik, a decent strategy, has managed to jump both Lando's Miltman and Ixana, who were originally battling for the lead. Now Pasik has that lead position. It's a very good strategy to stay out of those worn mediums to take the lead. Could Ixana close that 3 second gap? We have 4 laps remaining, 5 including this one, for Ixana to close in. So that's going to be 5 seconds a lap, or 1 second a lap. Could be very difficult, but Persian King also gaining on Lando's Miltman. As Blank also on the back of Asia. Could he be getting past Asia? Oh, Asia makes a little bit of a mistake. He's very close to the back of Asia. Turns it up into Mo 5. Could he have a move down into turn 1? Side by side. Not quite, as now Lando's Miltman gets another 3 second time penalty. That's put him equal with Ixana in terms of penalties. But Blank not getting past Asia into turn 1. Actually also goes wide. So is he going to have a chance here? Oh, has a look, does force Asia to the outside. But again, not managing to get past. Looks like Asia does have a bit of wing damage, missing that right hand end plate. But can this now be the opportunity for Blank down the inside? Much later on the brakes, locks his tyres, does manage to get past. Asia does actually get cut back. No, not quite. So Blank is now past Asia. 4 P7, P8, sorry. Asia now in the steering off the circuit with that wing damage. But you now look at the top. Ixana is gaining. Oh, he gets another 30 second time penalty. That won't do his race any good. It's going to be very difficult to get the win from Pasik now, who's kept his penalties rather minimal. Evo now gets a 3 second time penalty. He's still quite close to Kyton though. Could have like a Kyton the last few laps. Almost with the second. Kyton goes a bit wide on the exit of turn 3. But not enough for Evo to make a move. This is the closest battle on track. Evo hovering around that second mark behind Kyton. Will he make a move before the end of the race? He has 4 laps to do so. It's 2 laps, sorry, to do so. Trying to search where the best grip is. still trying to keep it cool in these wet conditions. Don't want to make a mistake. One mistake could end your whole race. But FD looks still managing to keep up with Kyton. So we have a yellow flag in sector 2. That looks like one of the Williams. That it is. Key making a small mistake. He's now a minute behind Ollie, who is his closest contender. But we go back up to Etanivo and Kyton. Oh, Kyton goes wide again. This could give Etanivo an opportunity to overtake. Not quite, but they're very close now. Still no opportunity for Etanivo as yet. Gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But could Etanivo make the move before the end of the race? We're getting so close. Just a few 2 laps to go of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's a bit wide, a bit slow on the exit, but could this give Etanivo his opportunity to get back up into P6 after Kyton jumped at him in the pit stops? Ixana gets another 3-second time penalty. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see whether penalties put him at the end of the race. But Etanivo diving down the inside, that's a big cut. That's not how you overtake, but does still manage to stay ahead of Kyton. Not quite though. Could still give him an opportunity as Pasik enters the last lap of the Grand Prix. Etanivo still though with an opportunity to overtake Kyton. 5 tenths between them. Is he going to find a gap? Is he going to get past for this P6 position? It's much more difficult to overtake in the rain than it is in the dry. You wait. You have to see. It's dropping back a bit. He's going to have to hope on a mistake from Kyton. If he can get past. Lucky unlikely in these wet conditions. But oh, Kyton is that little bit of a kick out from the rear end on the final corner. To see. But we go back up to P1. Pasik enters the final corner. He's going to take the race win here in Austria with Nixana behind him. Is Nixana going to keep P2 though? Has Lando's Milkman posted enough? Not quite. 3.6 seconds between them. But we want to look now between Kat and Etanivo. Has gotten past Kyton. Wasn't able to see it, but can Kyton get back past Etanivo? Gonna have to hope for a mistake. Very close racing between them for the final lap of the Grand Prix. Kyton goes a little bit wide. Etanivo also goes wide. This could give the position back to Kyton. Not quite. I think that was just a bit of lag from Etanivo. But yes, Etanivo makes a major mistake. This looks like how it's going to end for P6 and 7. No mistake from either of them. So it's going to be Etanivo who takes P6, Kyton P7. And then we watch now. Blank oh, Kyton actually got penalty, so he drops back to P8. So that was the race. Very enjoyable, lots of battles. But had to watch now the podium ceremony. It's Pasik who takes the win. Oh. But it looks like Landers Milkman has had a penalty of some kind. I didn't notice which. He dropped back behind one of the Renaults. As we take a look at the final race results when they decide to load, which they are not doing so. We'll just wait to see who gets what position. If they don't load, I might have to end the stream a bit earlier if they do not decide to load, which they are not looking like they are, as everyone's now leaving. So as standings have not decided to load, I will thank everyone for watching the ERS Tier 3 Austrian Grand Prix. We'll be back next week for what I think it is the British Grand Prix, I think. But that is the end, and I thank everyone for tuning in.